Hello and welcome to Mumbai Matters. I'm Purva Chitnis, special correspondent with ThePrint. On Wednesday, Mumbai got a new administrator at the BMC. Now, IS Bhushan Gagrani is appointed as the administrator of the BMC. He was serving as additional chief secretary in the CMO. Now, that is because earlier this week, the ECI ordered the Maharashtra government to replace Chahal and some additional deputy municipal commissioners who have served more than 3 years in their present assignment and are posted in their home district. In fact, the ECI had directed the state government to carry out transfers in December last year. However, the state government had not complied with its orders, instead requesting the poll body to let certain bureaucrats remain as they were entrusted with crucial infrastructure projects. This time, however, the EC ordered the state government to carry out the transfers immediately. Today, we will be discussing about the outgoing administrator, Iqbal Singh Chahal, who was Mumbai civic body Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation's longest serving administrator. He worked as the head of the country's richest civic body for almost 4 years, 2 years as BMC commissioner and 2 years as its administrator. Now he awaits his next posting. So who is Iqbal Singh Chahal? Chahal is a 1989 batch IAS officer. Earlier in the conversation with the Print's editor-in-chief Shekhar Gupta, he had said that he had cracked the IAS exam in 1989 when he was less than 22 years old, making him one of the youngest to clear this prestigious exam. Before becoming BMC commissioner, he had served in the union government. In the UPA government, Chahal served as the Officer on Special Duty, that is the OSD, and Joint Secretary in Home Ministry, and was known close to former Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde. After 2014, when the Modi government came to power, he was deputed to the Ministry of Women and Child Development in 2015, a stint during which he was put on compulsory leave after an alleged difference of opinion with the then WCD Minister Maneka Gandhi. In 2016, he was compelled to leave the central government and was prematurely sent back to Maharashtra Kadar 3 years before his central deputation was supposed to end. However, back in the state government, Chahal served in important departments such as water resources and urban development before he was appointed as the BMC commissioner. He was appointed BMC chief in May 2020 after the then CM Uddhav Thackeray dropped a senior IAS Praveen Pardeshi, who was seen close to Fadnavis, as municipal commissioner over allegedly mishandling of the COVID crisis in its early months. So now let's understand why is Chahal so important that the government was not ready to transfer him immediately. As the BMC commissioner in 2020 under Mahavikas Aghadi MVA government, Chahal's first big challenge was the COVID-19 pandemic. From setting up jumbo centers quickly to managing the pandemic in densest slums of Dharavi, Chahal, along with the then state government, was celebrated for the way he tackled COVID crisis in Maharashtra and Mumbai especially. Here, what former Minister Aditya Thackeray told the Print that Chahal used to have a daily 40-minute phone call with the then CM Uddhav Thackeray to discuss, deliberate and even consult on what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. Chahal was also head of many infrastructure projects such as the Coastal Road, the Goregaon-Mulund Link Road, taking care of cities' waterlogging problems during the monsoon, which was some of the challenges in front of him. The BMC's most ambitious project, the Coastal Road, saw its first phase open last week, again with Chahal overseeing most of the implementation and execution of the work orders. During his time with the MVA government, he was seen as close to the Thackeray's. But when the regime changed, with Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis taking charge, the transition for Chahal was rather smooth. He took care of Chief Minister Shinde's pet project, the Mumbai Beautification Project, that was launched in December 2022. This Mumbai Beautification Project included concretization of roads, painting of flyovers, beautification of beaches and traffic islands, painting of walls along major roads, LED lighting on important streets, upgradation and building of public toilets, etc. One of the other big challenges faced by Chahal was tackling the deteriorating air pollution in the city in 2022 and 2023. Here, he set up a committee to look into the matter and implemented the dust mitigation plan as well. And to mitigate that, he pushed forward CM's deep cleaning drive. So, as expected, he became the blue-eyed boy of CM Shinde. Chahal also recently held an important meeting with the members of the RWITC of Mahalakshmi Racecourse to convince them to transfer around 120 acres of land to the state government for a central park to be built. Now, Chahal's former colleagues have praised him for being hardworking and workaholic, but also someone who could gel well with the ruling dispensation. His colleagues also said that he would also give them freedom. But that was not all. His entire stint was also marred by controversies. During his tenure was far from being rosy. He was often caught in middle because of the proxy wars between the undivided Shiv Sena and the BJP, and he was constantly targeted by the opposition. In 2020 and 2022, Chahal was at the receiving end of the criticism from the then opposition party, which was BJP. In 2020, when the BMC took a bulldozer to actress Kangana Ranaut's office bungalow in Bandra, the Maharashtra Human Rights Commission even issued a summons to Chahal asking him to appear after the Bombay High Court then set aside the demolition order and directed BMC to compensate Ranaut for the damages incurred. In 2022, Chahal was once again in the crosshairs of BJP when the BMC issued notices to him. BJP leader Mohit Kamboj issued him notices for allegedly carrying out illegal construction in his building. Kamboj then alleged that Chahal had properties in the United States and that he would send the files to the Income Tax Department to investigate Chahal. Chahal immediately dismissed all these allegations as baseless. But when the government changed in 2022, Chahal became the target of the MVA allies, especially former Mumbai Guardian Minister Aditya Thackeray. Last year, Thackeray raised concerns based on CM's pet project that are being carried out in Mumbai, alleging irregularities. He sought answers from Chahal and accused him of working only on the directions of Shinde and giving benefits to contractors. Be it road concretization, street furniture, or sanitary pad vending machines, Thackeray has alleged irregularities in the contracts for these projects by holding press conferences almost on a weekly basis. In January this year, Thackeray had even warned Chahal of action when the MVA comes to power, linking Chahal to various alleged scams. In response to all these allegations, Chahal would send out his response in the form of statements dismissing the claims against him as well as against the BMC. The allotment of offices to Mumbai's current Guardian ministers, Shiv Sena's Deepak Kesarkar and BJP's Mangal Prabhat Lodha, had become a political hot potato with the opposition parties alleging that BMC under Chahal as administrator was being partial to the ruling parties because former cooperators from the BJP and Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena had a space to sit inside the BMC and address people's issue at the BMC headquarters at a time when no other party had an office space there. But now it needs to be seen how the new administrator takes forward the city in absence of the corporators. That's all we have for you in this episode of Mumbai Matters. For more such episodes, do tune in. This is me, Purva Chitnis, signing off.